I'm tired when I'm hungry. Sometimes I feel really sad because we don't have food for many days. When I'm hungry, I don't have energy to do my homework. When I'm hungry, I get really mad and I get a headache.
Did you know that there are 15 million U.S. households suffering from food insecurity? 11.8% of all U.S. households.
Food insecurity is defined as the state of being without reliable access to a sufficient quantity of affordable, nutritious food. But how did food insecurity get so bad in America?
The Great Depression marked the start of hunger in America. In 1932 to 1933, huge agricultural surpluses in America's farms belt were destroyed or plowed under due to low prices and lack of markets. Along with that, unemployment rates were at an all-time low, 24.86%, resulting in thousands of people lining up for food handout. People were unable to afford food, therefore prompting deaths due to insufficient food.
After that, America's engagement into World War II stimulated hunger nationwide. The food stamp program ended, and 40% of men drafted into the war were turned down due to poor health from malnutrition. Not only was this just a national morale concern, but it was starting to affect the security of our country.
Hunger became a prevalent issue again when President John F. Kennedy was inaugurated. Kennedy opened his speech by talking about hunger in America. He spoke of poor children in West Virginia and how they took part of their school lunches home with them to share with their families. Kennedy demanded that the government was not doing enough to help. His first executive order was for expanded food assistance and establishing a pilot food stamp.
And in 1964, Lyndon B. Johnson created a permanent food stamp program that is still prevalent today, SNAP.
Although we hoped for change in the past, hunger has never truly left America. Around 40 million people still struggle with hunger in America today.
Where's my next meal going to come from? What am I going to do? What am I going to cook? We get a little bit of help for food stamps, and then WIC, and then the food bank.
Started this year it'll be 29 years in March. The first year, we served about 250 people. Last year, we had 2,566 people get food from the food bank.
Although the world is continuing to develop and evolve with advanced technology, why isn't this getting better? U.S. hunger is far higher than ever before. The reason for this is because a lot of our attempts in solving hunger in America is short-term. Also, many people feel horrible when going to a food pantry. It blows one's self-confidence.
This is what makes ending world hunger so challenging. Not only are most of our solutions short-term, but the country is only getting more populated. With more people in the country, there will be more mouths to feed. Along with that, there is also climate change, which will affect our crops immensely.
So, how can we make a change?
Number 1, it is essential to spread the word.
Number 2, we have to support fair wages and better conditions for our food workers. 20 million people are employed in restaurants or are farmers, and these are some of the lowest paying jobs in our country. More than half of these workers who work for your food are on food stamps.
Number 3, the easiest way to help end hunger in America is to donate to a food drive.
By using these donations and funds, our country has managed to create a national hunger hotline that enabled more than 20,000 individuals and families to access free food.
Along with that, we enacted the law that all high-need schools should serve breakfasts in first-period classrooms, granting hundreds of thousands of children statewide a healthy breakfast every school day.
On the other hand, some people say that food stamps are not necessary. President Trump's goal is to encourage able-bodied adults to go to work and get off government aid. But opponents think that this would cause more people to go hungry.
Along with food banks, volunteer groups, and other organizations, SNAP is the largest federal program that currently helps 9.5 low-income Americans put food on the table. SNAP provides timely, targeted, and temporary benefits to people in need so that Americans have access to nutritious food.
It is only fair that every single citizen in the United States gets access to food no matter what their income is or who they are. If more people are aware of the situation and want to take action, there could be a huge change, feeding millions of more Americans.
I do this because I love to help people. I love the kids. They have such a bright future, but without the right food, they're not able to do anything.